hello. All right, BM Osmocon. How is everyone? My name is Fabrizio. I'm a core contributor at Calculated Finance. I've got 10 years plus experience working at companies as Rolls-Royce, Unilever, Nissan, Deloitte, some Web3 or Web2 startups, and a mentor at Techstars. A quick intro to Calculated Finance. At the moment, we're building smart recurring tools on top of Osmosis, Kajura, and a few other chains. Our V1 looked like dollar cost averaging, essentially is smart recurring plus some automation on the front and the back using AuthZ. You can buy an asset and immediately deposit into Mars protocol, for example. V2, we built a machine learning algorithm that essentially assesses market risk, uses that market risk to determine how much the buy coefficient should be to maintain the same favorable risk profile dollar cost averaging does, but provide better returns. V2 is around weighted scale. Price goes up, sell more. Price goes down, buy more. And V3 will work on some pro strategies. The problem statement we've been exploring, much like Sunny talked about this morning, is can we build a platform or help contribute such that decentralized exchanges both have a better UX as well as more powerful tools than centralized exchanges, which leads to self-custody being an obvious solution. And a few calc stats, which actually they're now outdated. I think we've just clocked over 250,000 swaps on Osmosis, among a few other things. Now, Web2 product optimization applied to Web3. So the product optimization space is very evolved in Web2, and I've spent a lot of time there. Very mature, both from a talent perspective, understanding, infrastructure perspective. They've got great access to both quantitative and qualitative feedback loops, companies, etc. And most companies have fully dedicated teams. Again, product optimization is about making products more valuable to current customers and more appealing to new customers. As you may have heard many times, if Web3 wants to win, we need to take the best parts from Web2. So product optimization from a Web3 startup perspective. Again, being a small team, we've got to be hyper-focused on product-led growth, and the best way to do that is through a lean startup-type methodology. Build, test, measure, learn. However, there's a lack of time, lack of talent in the space, lack of infrastructure, lack of shared learnings, etc. And to add to the challenges in Web3, in particular, you typically have the start of the funnel and then 100% accuracy at the end of the funnel on chain data, but ad blockers, VPNs, data sensitivities make it very difficult to track the middle of the funnel. So what I'll do is present a good enough solution that we're employing at the moment. So step one is only focus on what's important. Ask yourself, what stage are you in? Do you have product market fit yet? Do you need to scale? What's important? Some things aren't worth building. Some things aren't worth optimizing. Two, benchmark yourself. This is actually a small slide, but this is actually the most exciting thing for me in the Web3 space on optimization. It's probably time for another talk, but you can really leverage proxies and on-chain data, both to see what your competitors are doing, what you're doing, what other projects are doing, etc. So two great tools, SimilarWeb and Numia. They're in the house today if you want to chat to them. Three, setting up a very basic funnel. Again, a start and end at minimum. We ran a little bit of information using blockchain data to understand how much can amplitude, for example, pick up. On average, it's around 12%. Then we have to extrapolate that. And then test. Make a hypothesis, build something, ideally one thing at a time, measure change, and repeat. Where Web3 wins, what I talked about before, is you can do this for, of course, yourself, but you can do it for other protocols. You can see where traction is, where users are, etc. You can look beyond the marketing hype and find out where the real use cases are. Of course, tokenization means that your users become your sales force, your marketing, etc. And community building means that you have 100% dialogue, which is unique from Web 2. So I'll give you a practical example, how we improved conversions of 16.2% using Cloudflare, Amplitude, on-chain data, and speaking with users. So first, we picked something important. We wanted to optimize on this little banner on top of Osmosis. It was deemed very high importance for our team. We saw really good traction off the back of that banner, but the conversion wasn't ideal. We knew we could do better. So we saw a lot of people dropping off when they clicked on that banner and get sent to the Calc homepage. They'd typically drop off. So we spoke to a few users, and we heard, oh, it's just too much. It's very overwhelming. So we said, OK, using this data, how can we make a change? So we sent them directly to the Connect wallet state to start a strategy, moving them one step closer. This improved conversions by 5%, but as you can tell, it's still not ideal. So again, we iterated on this. And we introduced a new no-connected wallet state where we can feed in information. So they already have a little bit of buy-in. They've selected that the assets that they want to swap. And then they would click connect wallet. That's our plus 9% conversion. Then iteration 3, we noticed a lot of people would drop off if they didn't have funds. So we said, OK, how can we do this? Essentially, we added in this small get funds option at the bottom right if they didn't have it, in this case, IST. And that would link off to both Kato Money as well as Squid if they wanted a bridge. Iteration 4, which we're currently testing, is a more effective miniature selector, so you can switch between buy and sell strategies, and this is currently still in testing. Just exactly under 5 minutes. So the general question, especially if you're a protocol founder, is how well does your protocol perform in the benchmark, in Cosmos, in EVM, et cetera, and you can use those learnings. To finish it off, some great tools for the builders. Again, Numia, SimilarWeb, Hotjar, Cloudflare, Amplitude, Flipside, et cetera. And I'll leave it at that. Thank you very much.